Hello everybody, welcome to AFBGaming. If you're new, if you're not new, welcome back. Today I'm going to show a short little video on my open world PvP build for a StamPlar called Ouroboros. We're going to check a stat sheet really quick, buffed up and not buffed up, you guys can see. We got about 30k resistances, about 32k max stam, 23.6k max health. I upped the recovery for this build. Some people said it wasn't enough sustain, so this should be better. But yeah, so that's what it is, buffed up more or less with about 10% more crit. And I'm gonna give you guys kind of the rundown. We're gonna jump into sections and go through item sets and stuff like that, so let's get to it. So with item sets, we're going to be running 5 fortified brass on the body. We got max health, physical and spell resistances. That's why we got 30k resistances in PvP, which is super nice. All impen, all max stam. I golded it out. You could leave it purple. It's really not that serious, but it is what it is. I went for it. Next we got Troll King, impen. We got healing done, and then like hella health recovery once we get low. It's pretty cool. You could run whatever monster set you want. Just build the build to your liking. Just make sure you get this setup. I also don't have 511, but I mean it would be ideal. So if you got it, go for it. Like I said, we got all impen, all max stam. Those are the two sets, and then we have Ravager, because the StamPlar has super good uptime, transmuted it all to robust. We got weapon damage enchantments on it, so we got weapon crit, max health, weapon damage, and then a buff of 630 damage to your stuff. So for the two-hander, I went with Nirnhoned. It's got a life drain enchantment. That's just the base one. You could probably put a poison on, so enchantment doesn't really matter that much. But we got 2 axes, 1 Nirnhoned, 1 infused. Infused, you want weapon damage enchant so you can get more weapon damage. Just make sure you hit the second light attack. So it's actually pretty high damage on this build and pretty good defensive abilities. So we got 35-25 weapon damage, 41.7 crit, and that's without Ravager proc and the weapon damage enchant proc. So that's 630 weapon damage plus another 452. That puts us at 1.1k. So we're at 3.5. So we're gonna be at 4.6, almost 5k with other buffs of spell power cure if you get lucky and shit like that. So pretty cool. And as far as buffs, I only have Battle Spirit. This basic stuff, run Dubious Camera and Throne for the recovery, and the Serpent Mundustone also for recovery, because people were saying there wasn't enough sustain on StamPlar. It's pretty hard to sustain if you don't know what you're doing. But you can run Artaeum Takeaway Broth for better stats. It's kind of expensive, so Dubious Camera and Throne is fine too. So next we're going to go into... Alright, from the top, we're going to go left to right, because that's how we read and that's how things are right. We got Biting Jabs, our main bread and butter. It gives us major savagery, so a 10% crit whenever we cast it. Pretty good for damage. Next we got Rending Slashes, just to snare them, do some damage over time. Resolving Vigor for our oh shit button. Power of the Light for those tanky bastards. And then we have Binding Javelin, which was changed to a knockdown from a knockback, so a good CC. Next you have Empowering Sweep, which is a really nice change they did. You get major protection for 6 seconds, reducing your damage you take by 30%, and it is increased by 1 second for each enemy you hit. So if you hit a lot, you're going to have more seconds. If you whiff and miss, at least you got 6 seconds of major protection, so that's pretty cool. Plus you get minor protection because they changed Spear Wall, so it reduces your damage by another 8%, so you got 38% mitigation on top of your 30k resistances, which is super nice as long as you're on the offensive. So if you pop your ultimate and you're going at it with jabs, a good offense is a great defense, or however the fuck the saying goes. So you can see right there the buff refreshes if you spam it, so you're basically gonna always have major protection whenever you activate the super cheap ultimate. On the back bar we have Werewolf, we have Repentance for a good, gain of stamina and health when you get some corpses, plus it gives you 10% recovery to all recovery, and then another 15 to your stam recovery, in addition to the 10% because we got Werewolf slotted. Next thing you need is this Purge right here. This Ritual Retribution does AoE damage, a synergy to your allies, and it cures you from all types of bullshit like Ballista Fire and all that. You could go either rally or the other morph. Shuffle I like to use just for AoE damage and immunity to snares and stuff. Open world PvP, kind of need it. We got here restoring focus, changed it to stam, so you get 240 stamina every second, which in addition to your recovery is essentially 480 because it recovers every 2 seconds, not every second. So you got basically hella recovery now. People were complaining about sustain issues on StamPlar. You guys aren't going to have that anymore, at least hopefully not, because now you have 1852 stam recovery. If you really need more, I don't know, like whatever, but in the front bar you get 1585, so it's quite a jump. So back bar is gonna be where you're gonna be really defensive, so you got all these buffs and all that other bullshit, so you can just run around a tree or something because you're good at PvP and purge yourself of dots and all that other good stuff. If you stay in the rune, you're gonna have like even more recovery. If you stay out of it, you got 28k resistances. Not bad, but this is really a flex spot. I mean, you could replace it with anything. I mean, if you want Binding Javelin on there, then cool. If you want Executioner Reverse Slice, go for it. If you want to be more offensive in the dick, go with Wrecking Blow. It's totally up to you. And I mean, the reason I have Werewolf, I've just always been a fan of it. I mean, it got buffed with Wolf Hunter, so you can go either Morph, Pack Leader, or Berserker, it doesn't matter. These are the morphs that I chose, just because they seem to fit for me. I don't know. But the really good thing about Werewolf is you can do your little combo, so you fear them, right? So you do that, and then you hit them with Howl of Agony, which does 30% more damage to enemies that are feared. Got Claws of Life, so you got hella dots in addition to the fact that you're using axes, so not only are you going to get Werewolf bleeds, you get bleeds from your axes, I think. Your enchants can definitely proc, and also Ravager can proc in werewolf form, so in case you didn't have enough damage, you can still get your extra 630 weapon damage. Plus, with your Howl, you can actually activate Troll King, so you're going to have 2k recovery on werewolf anyway, so your stats are going to look pretty fucking beast as a werewolf. That's why I like it, and I don't like vampire because fuck fire. But yeah, next we got the dreaded champion points. Okay, these all suck. 40 Warlord, 10 Siphon. I just didn't have it on me at the time to show you guys, and I don't know the ingredients, but you guys can Google it. You guys are smart, savvy, all that good stuff. So, that's the build. Ouroboros, hope you like it. Leave some comments for me if you got questions. If you want to talk shit, leave some comments. I'll talk shit back. Let's go back and forth. Leave some comments. I'll see you guys next time. Hey, but check out these stats though. pause it at the end because I cut it off too early. My bad, guys.